This is the all-new BMW 3 Series and it's just landed in Australia.
The range kicks off with this, the new 320D for diesel version starting from $67,900, while this is the brand spanking 330i petrol version which kicks off from $70,900.
And it's the petrol version that you want. Not only is it better equipped, but ultimately it's much better value. How? Let's find out.
At launch, the 320D and 330i are the only two versions available prior to the range filling out later this year. Both have 2-litre engines producing 400 Nm of torque, backed by 8-speed automatics and rear-wheel drive. But while the diesel makes do with 140 kilowatts, the petrol version piles on an extra 50 for 190 kilowatts.
The upshot is the 330i reaches 100 kilometers an hour in 5.8 seconds, which is a whole second quicker than the 320D. We're already well ahead in that $3,000, even before you start looking elsewhere.
Speaking of looks, one squint and you could mistake the longer, wider and aerodynamically slipperier 3 Series for its big brother 5 Series.
This is a bit of a double-edged sword. The upshot is that your neighbours will get the impression you're a little bit more flush than you actually are. But the downside is it looks a little bit less 3 Series.
Of course, we Aussies like to showboat sportiness, so the go faster looking M Sport appearance package is standard issue. This 320D gets the more aggressive M Sport front fascia, together with a matching diffuser style rear end and, unlike some 3 Series rivals, it has real dual exhaust. There's also a standard issue M Sport leather steering wheel, and if that's a little too hot under the side skirts, the luxury line look, as fitted to this 330i, can be had as a no-cost option.
Regardless of which appearance line that you choose, the 320D gets 18-inch wheels while the 330i gets 19s. If you want your diesel to get petrol-sized wheels, that starts from an extra $1,400.
Bigger wheels want for larger and more powerful M Sport brakes, which are standard on the 330i, but you need to fork out a further $1,400 to get them fitted to a 320D.
Add those two options together and only $200 separates the 320D from the 330i, which is, remember, a whole second quicker to 100.
But there's more. The 320D comes standard with passive sport tune suspension. Meanwhile, the 330i fits a more advanced adaptive M suspension, which you can also get for the diesel if you splurge a further $1,100.
And that's before you start poking around in the cabin.
The standard sports interior in the 320D is trimmed with Alcantara and Sensatec, or fancy brand names for fake suede and pleather, in a choice of black, black and black. If you want the 330i's full leather interior fitted to the diesel, in a choice of 7 different colour schemes, you're in the hole for a further $2,500. And then there's the driver assistance package, which adds a bunch of 330i goodies such as active cruise control, active safety features, a 360-degree camera, and advanced parking assistance. But if you want that on the diesel, it will be over $3,000 more.
Both versions of the new 7th generation 3 Series bring a host of new tech and features.
From the new live cockpit digital instrumentation and more advanced infotainment with trendy voice-activated personal assistants, through to optional laser headlights and gesture control.
All of which we covered off at the international launch feature, which is linked below. Check out our full review of both versions, but the gut feeling is you can't really go past the 330i right now.